doll. So anyway, it said Betsy, beep, and then it said basement dolls, and then it said haunted doll. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, I don't mind getting a haunted doll, but I had no idea. I had to have this doll. Now we know she probably found me more than I found her. Nothing has happened yet with this doll because, you know, I put her away, and once I put her away and she's not around to see what happens. But not only did it say haunted doll, it said haunted doll all over the box, under the tape, scribbled out. I can't believe that I didn't see that. I was very intrigued by this story, and I actually took the lady's full name and started researching her, and I found that the lady, Betsy H., her last name starts with a H, died 3 years ago near the area, not too far, maybe an hour or two from where I bought the doll. She was 80 years old, and what's really amazing is that when I found the lady Betsy H's obituary, her photo gallery online, and I looked at her life that her family had put up, when she was, there's a picture of that woman. It looks exactly like this picture. So I know why this woman, Betsy, loves and still stays with this doll. So we just got to talk about these two dolls in this segment, and she hasn't done anything yet. And actually, one of my friends that's psychic, I put the picture up on Facebook, and she said, the energy on this doll, it's good energy. And I felt the same way. I'm not afraid of this doll at all. This was I really would have loved to know the original, the real Betsy. So we'll be right back to talk about the other dolls.
Losing weight's a lot harder than gaining it, but with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back. We're going to talk about the other two dolls. I just want to mention that I have an Ovilus 3 running. So if any of the dolls want to talk, they can manipulate this piece of equipment. Problem is, I won't really know who's talking because it could be any of them. And I also brought a pendulum on set, and we're going to talk to the dolls at the end. We'll try to ask a couple questions before the segment's over. So let me talk to you about this doll over here. Her name, I named her Pearl because she's wearing a pearl necklace and she doesn't seem to like that necklace. My husband and I were at a flea market recently, actually, and I spotted her on a shelf, kind of in the dark of a booth, and I don't find her very attractive. She seems very depressed and kind of homely looking and just not, and she's also got a broken fingers. But the price on her was $5, and I thought, oh, that, you know, she's still good enough. I usually take clothes off the doll sometimes and do crafts, so I said, I'll use her clothes or whatever. So when I got up to pay for her, she was actually half price because nobody else wanted her but me. So when I got home, I thought what I was going to do is look her up, and the Ovilus just said saw, like something saw me, okay? I'm just taking notes this is what a ghost hunter does, by the way, taking notes when they communicate. So, and usually I will talk to them, but I'm in the middle of the story, Pearl. So Pearl, okay, so Pearl And I'm going to ignore some of the words because otherwise I'll never get through the stories. So I was trying to research Pearl, so I sat her next to the computer and I put her nice and neat, looking just like she does right now. And she was sitting next to me. I looked and I was trying to like look up to find out what the maker is, what she's worth, or whatever. And when I looked back, Pearl had moved her head and she had moved her necklace like as if she was yanking it off to the left from her left side, which is also the hand that's missing the fingers. So I looked at her, yeah, right. Nothing. Well, I fixed her back up again and she continued to do this over and over again. So I have a feeling that she doesn't like that necklace, and she probably definitely doesn't like that I call her Pearl. So maybe we'll ask her that question at the end. Now, other than that, I really don't find her scary. Oh, sometimes her eyes are blue. But sometimes when you're looking at her eyes seem to almost go totally black, as if she's watching you. Now, real quick, because I do want to test with the pendulum, Priscilla. I bought Priscilla a year ago, and this is the weirdest story. I decided I wasn't going to collect dolls anymore. I had enough dolls, and I told my husband, no dolls today. And as soon as I walked away from him, I spotted this doll. She was only $5, and I thought, wow, I really thought she might be one of those dolls on Antiques Roadshow. I figured she'd probably be a reproduction, which she is, but I thought, she may be worth $5,000, $10,000, so $5, I'll take the risk. I go up to show my husband, and I show him the doll, just open the bag and say, look, it said beat. I don't know if that's relevant to anything that we're talking about right now. But I open the bag, I show him, and then I start to walk off to finish. He's sitting at the hot dog stand. I need to go and look some more. So anyway, she started pulling me. Literally, the doll was pulling me from inside the bag. I felt the energy. I felt like somebody had the hold of the bag and was pulling me. It pulled me to a certain spot, and then it stopped. So I continue walking on, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm cuckoo. This isn't happening. So I go on up the flea market, and I go and turn around and come back down, and to the same spot where the doll had stopped pulling me. I almost blacked out. I started to pass out. I was dizzy to the point that I didn't know where I was. I kind of left myself, I guess, and came back. And so a dealer said, oh, it just said it's sent. So the story I'm talking about right now, this doll is saying it sent that energy to me. So basically, because I do want to ask a question, I guess, before we end this segment, I was so dizzy, I almost blacked out. A lady saw me and came to my rescue. And after that, all the things that were happening, let me just hurry this up so we can at least test out one of these, the pendulum. I tried to take pictures. The batteries would drain. I tried to take, the eyes watch me. Every time I try to take a picture, there's a fog behind her, like an energy that I'm catching. She drains all energy. I have to replace batteries all the time. She's pulled my hair. She's pulled my shirt. She's pulled my arm. She makes me sick when I touch her. She has like a cold area around her. The worst part is she has affected me emotionally. She's made me very sick and depressed and that kind of thing. So I keep her out of sight, out of mind. I do hear her creeping around. I do hear movement in the closet where I keep her. But other than that, so I've rushed through that story because I definitely want to ask. Let me just ask Pearl if, as you know, here's a pendulum. It'll go forward and backward if it's yes. And it'll go side to side if the answer is no. It will spin when it's trying to come up with an answer. So let me just real quickly ask. I hope I can do this with all the dolls here. Let me just hold it up more. Need to hold it over the doll. As you see, the pendulum is, okay, it's starting to spin already. Pearl. Do you like the name Pearl? It's spinning because there's energy. Now let's see whether it likes the name Pearl. I may have to change the name. We'll see. This is all energy, you guys. See that thing spinning? It's trying to come up with an answer. And it's hard to tell from here. Do you like the name Pearl? I'm waiting on a yes or no. It's still spinning in a circle? It's hard to say from this angle. It's still spinning. Oh, God. It looks to me that it's going back and saying no. Left to right? It's hard to see from this angle, but she doesn't like that name. Okay, guess what? No surprise. She tries to rip that necklace off all the time, and that's why I named her Pearl, because of no other, meaning to this doll. So we just got to test that one out, and I'm going to be bringing another doll that's so evil, I won't give her a name. I just call her Just Evil. So keep watching the series. It just said many. So we've run out of time. Thank you for watching the show. This is the Evermore Paranormal Network. I hope you had fun, enjoyed the show. Hope it didn't scare you too much. Until next time, peace out.
So in the end, what have I said is only that I'm sure. For all I know about this place is that I call it Evermore.